Hey, well, y'all, what's up, y'all? What's up? Another direct upload. I'm actually not uploading this on the day that y'all seeing it. So, but I don't feel like doing anything tomorrow or the day that y'all seeing this. But anyway, why women don't see good husbands? And it's kind of in response to a comment on the video I did shouting out all the strong father figure type, father figures, family men and all of that. Because a woman said, I said I would address her comment. She said, well, how are these guys trying to build legacies and they going for one night stands and, ain't really trying to settle down. But it's really simple. Why? Women don't go for the good husband types, and this don't have nothing to do with that whole, this deeper than the whole select, non-select thing, or that lame Pookie and Ray Ray thing. It's way deeper. Because a lot of times a man could still be a good husband type and still be generally select. But see, what it comes down to is the women. If a guy got something going on for him, he keep himself in shape, he don't look bad, he working hard, is that on the man or the woman? Now, anyway, I remember a book I constantly reference. It's called Money Issues in Black Male-Female Relationships. And just to be clear, this issue, even though I'm referencing that book, this issue goes to any woman regardless of race. If she's having trouble finding a husband. Now, one of the things that brother who wrote that book, George Seguro, said was that, man, you got all this noise out here. One of the things he said was that women have different criteria for a boyfriend versus a husband. Now, see, a lot of times when women get in these knuckleheads, they ain't looking for a husband, and they're looking for a good boyfriend. A boyfriend is the type who's going to provide excitement, or they're looking for a lover, somebody to provide good sex or entertainment, stuff like that. You don't have to deal with any responsibilities or anything like that. The sole purpose is fun. A lot of these women don't find a good husband because they're looking for the fun guy. Now, this ain't to say the husband can't be fine, but think about it. A man who is capable of stewarding a family is going to be a bit more serious. Yeah, he can have a good time, he can cut up, but when the shit hits the fan, that man has to have it in his personality to take charge. You got to be responsible. Because despite what all these women say out here about how strong and independent they are, when shit hit the fan, or they want a guy to be a husband, or they example always use of that man who's it's 3:00 in the morning or something, and that man, you hear a sound, the wife hears a sound. She don't want the guy who's like, hey, let's party or let's have sex. She want the guy who's just gonna get his weapon or whatever and go handle it. Or then, like, if you think about a husband, a true husband, he gotta handle the bills. He got to be able to, be disciplined in how he do things. Because that strong figure that a lot of women actually commented on that video I did, that strong type of man, he a true leader. He got to be a true leader. He's a patriarch. So a true leader got to be the guy who kind of sits back. He kind of sit back. He ain't gonna be like party. He might be sitting back. He letting all the soldiers or whatever do whatever, but he gonna sit back. That's how, if I go in any situation where there's a group of dudes, I'll pick out the leader right away. And it ain't gonna be that corny thing about whoever's the life of the party. I'm looking at the dude kind of sitting back, paying attention to everything. That's the leader. That's the general. Like, even if a woman is a leader, I remember there was a party I went to. This woman I met invited me to a party with her co-workers. Now, they were doing all sorts of crazy stuff, drinking, jumping around. But I was sitting back, with their boss. It was a woman, and she was just sitting back. And I talked to the woman who invited me, and I said, is that your boss right there? She was like, yeah. So she was like, how you know? She was sitting back watching. Because anybody who understands leadership leaders got to be a bit more sober. Leaders got to be a true leader, which that strong man has to be. You know, that person who's going to lead the family, who's going to protect the family, you know, he got to be, he can't be like just partying and whatever, or just on the fun shit. Like I say, he can have it, but he got to be able to take it. A lot of times women don't want to take that because that dude going to be bit more serious, because the woman, you know, she'll run into a guy and say, hey, you know, let's go to this party, let's go to this club, or let's go to this expensive restaurant. Now the good boyfriend or the lover might be like, hey, whatever, because, you know, it's all about partying. The strong man, the one who has to be the steward of the family, he's like, oh, wait a minute though, but we're gonna need braces for this child, and we're gonna need to pay this bill, or we're gonna need to have this savings or something, so we gotta be a bit more serious. Like, the good husband types aren't always the fun guys, but this shit work out in the long term. And usually what happens is this: usually women will get that boyfriend type or the fun guy, and they'll deal with him for a few years. But then they know it's two things. They either know he ain't no good, and then when they ready to get married, all of a sudden they'll break up from him, marry some other, like the good husband type, or they'll try to turn him into the good husband type, fail miserably, get mad and bitter, and then get mad when the good husband type don't want to fuck with him. And let me say something about that. Like, I don't go for that beta. I might reference that alpha fucks beta bucks thing, but under no circumstances should the type of man who's able to take responsibility for other human beings, to be a leader, be a strong man, be considered a beta. That's bullshit. If you look at where the whole alpha term came from, it came from lion prides, wolf packs, gorilla clans. Those are families. So that's why I don't even like using that term. You know, I can argue with it about people, but I'm saying if we're going to use that term, the true alpha is going to be a family man. If y'all going to use it. That's why I prefer select, non-select. But, you know, look, women, you know, get back to the women part. You know, they wonder why they don't see it, but their perception ain't going to see that. If the women looking to party and stuff, shoot, that good husband type won't seem boring to them or too restrictive. You know, they can't live their best life because he wants to see it as irresponsible. So if a woman wants to meet that type of man, she got to change her perspective, and preferably when she still has some level of sexual attraction. But just to be clear, what's my time? You know, I got to give y'all a certain amount of time. Oh, I got a little bit. These glasses I can't see up close with these. Anyway, if they really wanted that type, they got to change their mindset. If women want a husband type, they got to start acting the same way a wife would early. You know, you can't, it don't work that way. You can just party. A woman can just party and everything, and then all of a sudden find that husband. It don't work that way, because some smarter women, some sensible women, they'll see that hard-working dude working 2 jobs, being responsible, dude maybe taking care of family members, or if he do have kids, taking care of kids, they'll grab him up. Some sensible women. But unfortunately, a lot of women ain't sensible. Well, yeah, they just not sensible. I don't know what you can do about that, to be honest. That's them, but that's really all it is. And, you know, that's really it. They there. Good guys are there, or the guys who want to build families and stuff. It just ain't the men that women want to build the families. You know, they want that party guy to get serious, but they gotta remember, if they met that guy and he was all fun and games, not taking responsibility, and he's an adult, he ain't gonna change up. He ain't gonna change up. You know, if a guy in his late 20s or something, shoot, it'd take the act of like God or the Great Pumpkin to make him change up. And that still might not happen. I've seen plenty of guys and known some guys, their mothers thought they would change up because of a kid arriving or something. I said, nah, they still got the same personality. So it's smart just to, if a woman wants a good husband, strong type of man, search for that from the get-go. Because it's two different things. It's two different things. So anyway, yeah, that's all I got for y'all. Just wanted to approach that, man, because sometimes, man, we gotta act like we got some common sense out this motherfucker, man. You know, and you know, I know some women might or might not get huffy when I say it, but look, think about it like this. If I'm a man looking for a good wife, I'm not gonna hang out with a bunch of ratchets talking about, oh, where's the good women around them, or where's the good wives. You know, men have enough sense to know you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. So men, you know, men at least have some sense. They just looking for that good woman who's gonna show some wifely qualities anyway. Women would do wise to, if they really want a good husband, look for a man who's showing those qualities right away. So anyway, that's all I got for today. Hey, y'all have, well, I got something coming over the weekend, I guess. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all. Peace and blessings.